What's up, people? I wanted to do a quick video of my kit, specifically the cymbals, given how much time and money I put into building this kit. I thought, you know, other drummers out there would appreciate checking this baby out. First of all, these are Yamaha Oak Custom drums, and I love them. Awesome drums without breaking the bank. That's basically how I would describe these. It has the 14 by 7-inch snare, the 12, the 10, the 12, 14 and 16-inch toms, and the 22 by 18-inch kick, and also a matching Musashi. See if you can see the Musashi Oak Custom 12-inch snare. So, but let's get to the cymbals, okay? Because that's the main point of this video. So we have all Meinl Byzance cymbals. I didn't buy these all at once. I kind of built these over time based on a lot of research and put a lot of time into researching and doing the whole YouTube, listening to the YouTube videos, and these are what I came up with. There's so many different options you can go with when it comes to these cymbals, and so each one has its own vibe. And I can honestly tell you that there's not one cymbal here that I dislike or even feel neutral about. I actually like them all. They all sound really good in their own way. So without further ado, what we have the Byzance medium 14-inch hi-hats. These here, I bought these after a lot of research because I'm a hi-hat guy, straight up. And these here, it was between these, the Byzance Brilliant line, and the Sand hats. And I went with these, and I'm really glad I did because they are very versatile. They sound great. They're just a great all-around cymbal. And I love they have a great warmth to them. They have a hardness to them, but they're also which I do like. Okay, so from the left to right, this is a 6-inch Byzance Brilliant splash and an 8-inch Byzance Brilliant splash, and yeah, these are awesome. These are awesome. They got just a great, just a great tone. They cut through, and they're really pretty too. Here we have, I bought this not too long ago. This is a Byzance dual 18-inch trash crash. And at first, when I first got this, I was like, yeah, I'm not really digging this. But it definitely grows on you. And now it will not leave my kit. These two here, when hit together, this is an 18-inch jazz extra thin crash. Love this cymbal. When you hit these two together, it's an absolute unit, man. It is an absolute powerhouse. Comes through the whole band mix mercilessly, and it comes through quick, and it decays quick, gets out of the way. Sounds great. Here I've always played A custom. Before I was a Zildjian guy, I did a lot of A customs and K customs. I always played a 10-inch A custom splash. So I knew I had to have the Byzance Brilliant 10-inch splash. And this thing sounds awesome. Okay? It's definitely a particular taste. Not everybody's gonna like it, but it's just what I wanted. Okay. Now we got the 18-inch extra thin hammered crash. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with this guy. You cannot go wrong with the extra thin hammered any crash that they make. the hammered. It's got a little bit more. It's a little more girthy and ballsy than the extra thin jazz. It's a little bit thicker, but not too thick. I used to play a Zildjian K Custom Dark. I'm sorry, yeah, Zildjian K Custom Dark 18-inch crash, and that one felt like an absolute hunk of metal compared to this one. This one's definitely thinner, and it's great. It's great. Now, this ride here, let me just tell you, I also own a Byzance polyphonic ride. Okay. But this here ride, this is a Byzance transition, 21-inch transition ride. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with this baby. Lathed on the bottom, raw on the top. And I gotta tell you, at first I played this, it sounded like I was hitting a piece of scrap, piece of scrap metal or something. Like it just sounded like very, very, oh gosh, I can't think. It sounded very raw and daggone it, can't think of the word, but it sounded like just very raw, unrefined. And honestly, at first I did not like it at all. I almost traded this baby, but it grew on me so much to the point where I can't play anything else. I love this ride. This bell, it's that's one thing I learned about rides is I always assume that the bigger the bell, the more bell tone you get. It's not really the case because on the polyphonic, it's got a bigger bell, and I actually prefer this one. It's an awesome bell. This thing cuts through, so it's dry, but it cuts through really well. Okay, I love it. Now, this is the first Meinl anything I bought, Byzance. This is an 18-inch dark china, and I love it. It's got a warm trashiness to it. It hits really hard and quick and decays really fast. So if you're looking for that super like powerful accent with a snare, or this thing also pairs really well with this guy and this guy. So together they're an absolute force to be reckoned with. They sound awesome. This here is the Byzance 20-inch Equilibrium china, Matt Garska signature. And yes, it is awesome. I'm sure you all know about this one. It's awesome. It's an absolute powerhouse. It is a force to be reckoned with. It comes through, and it's just so fun. This is the only ride that I've ever played where it almost could be used as a crash. It's crashable, as well as China. It's the holes. I think it refines to the point where it doesn't feel over powerful, overbearing. It's a little bit makes it a little mild. And then this here is my first stack, and I actually bought this. I got this in the mail today. I've only played it a couple times, but this is one of my favorite drummers, and I think that this particular drummer, is the greatest drummer of all time, based on all metrics. There's and that's going to be the Thomas Lang signature 18-inch super stack. And like I said, I just got this today. Sounds awesome. And it sounds beautiful. Okay, it's a brilliant finish, and it sounds that way. And so let me just hit him a couple times so you guys can hear him. All right, so just gonna hit him a couple times. about as good as I can do with one hand, one-handed. Yeah, but they are absolutely beautiful. I love them. And drop a comment if you want any more information. I'd be glad to discuss further in the comment section. Later out. Peace out.